Yeah, right, sick. I finally hit level 100 on my Blaze Wizard. Now I can take a look at all the skills, and I gotta say, I kinda like some of the level 100 skills. I think they look fucking sick. And yeah, like most of the Sickness Knights, they don't do a whole lot of damage, but they still look rad. So I'll start off with the level 10 abilities. The Blaze Wizard gets this ability that he gets like a better one with every job advance. It starts off with throwing one ball, it's called Orbital Flame, then it goes to Greater Orbital, Grand Orbital, and then Final Orbital Flame, and by the end you're throwing 4 balls at a time. So at level 10 we get that ability, hits 3 targets, and then there's Flame Bite, which sends out a cone of fire in front of you and attacks up to 3 targets. And then for the passives, we got the Flame Elemental, so instead of buffing up for this, the Blaze Wizard actually just has it in his passives, and it's when you use your Orbital Flame, you'll get a buff for 10 seconds, which increases your magic attack. Firewalk, which is like the double jump that all the Sickness Knights have, except the Nightwalker, which gets the normal Thief one. So this one you can double jump, and then you can also jump up as well. Fire Repulsion, this is like the Mana Guard, so this just converts some of the damage you take as mana instead of health. And then Natural Talent, which increases your crit rate and your crit resistance. So let's take a look at the level 10 abilities. So there's Orbital Flame, and there's Fire Bite, which is the cone of fire. Alright, now level 30 abilities. So there's the Greater Orbital Flame, which is like the Orbital Flame but throws the 2 balls. A bigger cone of fire, Flame Vortex. Flash Fire, which is something you can set up. It sets up like a little fire thing on the floor, and you can recast the ability to teleport back to that fire. And then Control Burn is an ability that has a 10-second cooldown, and you can just cast it and it recovers 50% of your mana. So this can be very useful, I suppose, this would be very useful in the dojo. I mean, if you're not like me and you remember to use it, because this class is very mana hungry. Alright, so now we've actually got some buffs. The first one is Ignition. So this means your abilities have a chance to cause a damage over time on the target when you attack them. And then Word of Fire, this is like the ability booster. It makes your attack speed quicker. And then for the passives, we've got a Greater Flame Elemental. This increases the effects of the Flame Elemental, which is procced by using those Orbital Flame abilities. And then Spell Control, which increases your defenses by a percentage and then decreases the incoming damage by percentages as well. So this just makes you a whole lot tankier. Alright, so for the level 30 abilities is the Greater Orbital Flame, which is the throw 2. Flame Vortex. These are way bigger. Is it Flash Fire, I think it was called? And teleport back up. And then I can use the, was it Controlled Burn? Yeah, regenerate like half my mana. Alright, now for the level 60 abilities, there's the Grand Orbital Flame. So for this you can throw up to 3 balls at a time. Flame Tempest, this shoots out an AoE on both sides of you and it knocks back enemies a little bit. And then there's the ability Cinder Maelstrom, and this you cast on one target and it enlarges them and then draws in other targets and damages them. And then for the buffs, we've got the Self-Resurrect that I think most of the Sickness Knights have seen so far, which lasts for 10 minutes and has a 30-minute cooldown. Liberated Magic, this is a buff which increases your magic damage by 20%, but it also increases the mana cost of all your abilities by 50%. So on a class that's already really mana hungry, if you're going to be popping this in like the dojo or something, you better be prepared to be running out of mana. Or if you've got this popped in bosses, you can be tearing through your mana pots. But it does increase your damage by a good amount. So sometimes it'll be worth, sometimes it's probably just going to be cheaper not to use it. And then for the passives, we've got the Grand Flame Elemental. So this again just increases the effects of the Flame Elemental, which you get by proccing using the Orbital Flame. By now it's actually given some pretty decent stats, so as soon as you pop that while you're fighting a boss or something, your damage is just going to jump up by heaps. And we've got Burning Focus, which increases your crit damage percentage and then also increases your crit damage resistance by a pretty big percentage. And the last passive for level 60, we've got Brilliant Enlightenment, which increases your accuracy, your penetration rate, and then also your magic attack by a percentage. A fair amount of damage buffs that come in at level 60. We'll see what the abilities are like. So we've got the Grand Orbital Flame and Flame Tempest. So it's the big AoE, and you can see it pushes them back, but it's killing them in one shot, so you can't really see it, but they are getting pushed back a bit. And then we've got Cinder Maelstrom, which there you go, it enlarges one and then yeah, pulls enemies in and damages them.
Wow! Wow!
Okay, finally for the level 100 abilities, so we've got the Final Orbital Flame, which is the Orbital Flame, but it's upgraded all the way, and you can shoot out 4 balls at a time, and it ends up putting out a decent amount of damage. And I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but you can actually shoot it upwards and downwards as well. Whoops. Alright, so yeah, there's the Final Orbital Flame. Then we've got Blazing Extinction, which summons a massive sphere of fire, which shoots out fiery lasers at up to 5 targets. It looks fucking sick. Then there's Towering Inferno, which has a 30-second cooldown. It's like a massive AoE, kind of like hyper ability. Hits way high above you and it looks rad. I'm so jealous that we don't get any like these massive AoEs on the Bowmaster. They look fucking mint. Alright, and then last for the actives, this is actually a buff for damage and stuff, but it's called Burning Conduit, and you summon a massive area below you, which buffs you and your party members for a good boost of stats. It's got physical attack, magic attack, and then it's also got physical damage and magic damage, so it's just a big boost of damage for as long as you're standing in the area. And then for the buffs, we've got Fires of Creation, which summons a little fire animal thing which follows you around. It gives some pretty average stats. It's got like the speed and the jump, but it gives you knockback resistance, which is always good. And then the Blaze Wizard also gets this ability called Flame Barrier, which lasts for 10 seconds, but only has a 10-second cooldown, so you can hypothetically always have it up. I'm not sure if auto buff pets can have this slotted in so they can always keep it up, because if they can, that's really good, but I haven't tested it. I haven't got any buff pets on this character. So if someone knows, please let me know down in the comments, because I'm really curious. This is a buff that you chuck on, and while it's on, it gives you increased evasion. So at rank 1 it gives 1.2%, so at rank 5 it probably gives like 6%. But once the buff runs out, it explodes and damages mobs around you. And then because it lasts as long as its cooldown is, you can just chuck it back on. So yeah, if you can put it in your auto buff slot, that'd be really cool. And then finally for the passives for level 100, we've got the final Flame Elemental, and they've given the Flame Elemental crit rate and also increased its magic attack that I can see so far. Then we've got Pure Magic, which increases your HP and your MP recovery, but it also increases your HP and your MP by percentage. And finally, Wild Blaze, which increases the ignition damage, and the ignition, if you remember, was the damage over time that you get by having this buff on. So it makes that stronger. Alright, let's check out level 100. Oh. Alright, let's check out level 100 abilities. So I'll just buff up fully. Oh, you get to choose which one. Do I walk? Oh, okay. Do they have different effects? I don't think so. It doesn't say anything about effects. Does it have a cooldown? No, it doesn't. Let me pop it again. Right, it gives those stats. Oh, it's way tougher. Alright, it gives the same stats, so, personal preference, I guess. Alright, so we've got Final Orbital Flame. Shoots out 4, it's gone pretty mental. This is what, Blazing Extinction. This is the big sun that shoots out lasers. Look at that. That is so cool. I love this ability. Burning Conduit. Yeah, at this rank, Burning Conduit really isn't giving me that many stats, but standing inside its area of effect does increase your damage. I'll test it out with my Final Orbital Flame. So it's hitting like 1.5k. And now without it, 1.45k. 1.5k. See, very slightly less. The Flame Barrier. So this, once it expires, it'll explode. So it's got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bang. Alright, it doesn't do that much damage, but yeah, as I said, if the auto buff pet can put it on, that'd be awesome, because then you just constantly got this extra damage going off. Alright, finally we got Towering Inferno. Massive AoE. Didn't hit the top row, but it has a wide area of effect. Rip, just a 30-second cooldown though. Alright, let's see how the Blaze Wizard can go in the dojo. Last time I did the dojo, I think I was around like level 87 or something. I managed to clear floor 34, which doesn't sound impressive, but floor 34 is that fucking centipede guy, which I just couldn't kill in half the classes. He's so strong. But I reckon we'll be able to kill him today. We're level 100, we got some more abilities, we've got way more damage. Still not super impressive damage. I was looking at the Night Lord's damage, and I mean, I was using like the quad star that you get at level 100, and in similar gear, if not like, yeah, worse gear, he was hitting like 4.5k per line. This guy throwing out his Final Orbital Flame is hitting 1.5k. Oh man, I'm out of mana already, dude. It's floor 6. I gotta chuck on the what is it? Control Burn. What can I replace? Probably Towering Inferno. I should just stay on the side that has the sun because the mobs will just run to that and it'll kill it. Yeah, come back over here. How frequently does that thing shoot lasers? Because I feel like it could do some decent damage. 1, 2. Oh, dude, it's quick as. Pop out burning conduit. Might as well have it keep going. There's actually one ability I do want to put back on the skill bar, and that was that teleporting ability. What was it, level 30? Yeah, flash fire. I'm going to replace the shield with flash fire just so I can use it when I get to a floor that I need to kind of dodge the boss because they end up hitting quite hard. Sun, protect me, quick! So now I can start popping out that control burn where my mana pots don't seem to pop. That'll definitely help. Oh, they're starting to hit a little bit. I probably could start setting up my flash fire, couldn't I? This is going so wrong. Just die. Yeah. So that control bird came in really useful. Stun. Ooh, it's the fucking centipede. Shit. Oh, I cast the wrong fucking ability. I'm out of fucking mana. Alright, we got him. I'm pretty sure like most of them are pretty easy from here. That guy's just a boss. Did my fucking orbital ball just go through him? What the hell? Die. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just keep him on the sun. The sun's ripping through them. Oh my fucking god. Where'd my health and mana go? Alright, teleport, mana burn. Shit, he's coming. Alright, we died. Alright, well I managed to get to floor 39. It's not actually that much of an impressive floor. And I did end up struggling with my mana quite a lot. Even though I was using that controlled burn, I still couldn't really sustain my mana. And that's with level 1, level 100 abilities. Alright. Rank 5,571. I'll take it. And now I'm just going to address the giveaway I was doing. So I should have done this a couple of days ago. But the winner for the giveaway is Rodman Yap of Singapore. Congratulations. Please reply to my email. For everyone that took part, all the subscribers and all the new subscribers that took part in it, thank you. And keep an eye out for the next one because there will be more. I promise you. Alright guys, cheers for watching. Hit the like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you boy!